beautiful! Welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now, my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is a very exciting one because it's a 1+hour reading. So get cozy, get yourself something to drink or something to eat, because today we have a long one, and it is all about who will you marry, who's your future spouse. As you guys may know, I do this reading every month or every a few weeks or so. So I thought today let's do that and get an energy update for you guys. And as always, when it comes to my 1-hour readings, there are certain points that I would like to go through. The first thing, my dear pal one, is what archetype your future spouse is in right now. So whenever you come across this reading, this is a timeless reading. Let's look into what's happening in their life right now, what energy they're in, what archetype represents them the best, and yeah, let's get some insights regarding that. After that, of course, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into who your future spouse is, their personality, characteristics, and so on. And then, my dear, one thing that I found very interesting is what will others think of your union or your relationship. We're going to look into that as well. So your energy will also enter, and we will see how people view you guys together. And in addition to that, I also would like to look into your dating phase a little bit. So let's see how things are going to start with you guys, what you need to know about the dating phase, who may do the first move, and yeah, how it's going to go. And of course, my dear, as always, when it comes to the 1-hour future spouse readings or who you will marry, I also would like to, at the end, create a space in which any message is welcomed for you, and I'm gonna do that through a candle wax reading. Alright, so as always, I have 3 pals you can choose from. This is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is pal 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse, what do you need to know about them. Now, as I already said in the introduction, the first thing I would like to start with here is their archetype. So this is a timeless reading. Whenever you come across this reading, we're gonna look into what energy they're embodying right now and what archetype fits their energy the best. So let's look into that. Alright, for my beautiful pile 1, what archetype is your future spouse in right now? Let's see. Alright, this card flew out. Oh my goodness. Don Juan, interesting. And it says, spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Oh my goodness, look at this card. Oh my goodness. Okay. So my dear pal 1, what archetype is your future spouse in? I truly feel like your future spouse, whenever you come across this reading, is at a place in their life in which I can definitely positively say they want love. And I know that Don Juan card has a very seductive energy to it, but the way it's coming through for me is there is an aspect of love to it. You know, it's not just about the physical connection or like the seduction, but it's also about the connection, you know, the love that two people have for each other. What I also find very interesting is that there is this heart connecting these two people together. And I don't know why, but when this card came out, my eyes were drawn to that small little heart. You know, maybe some people would even overlook it, but I was drawn towards it. So that's very interesting as well. Now let's go back to the archetype. What I was about to say is, I really feel like, my dear pal one, your future spouse is at a place in their life where they're definitely actively looking for love. Now, of course, it depends on your guys' circumstance or situation. For some of you guys, you may have already met this person. For others, you may have not, right? And first of all, for those of you guys who have already met them, I feel like your future spouse is definitely in a very flirty mode, I would say. And maybe you are experiencing this firsthand, that they're showing very, like, a lot of interest towards you, and they're very flirty and stuff like that. Because I feel like their passion is very high, you know? It feels like, and this is to everyone, also those of you guys who haven't met them yet, your future spouse's energy is, first of all, I feel like it is very passionate. But what I find very interesting is that it seems like this passionate energy right now is more, yeah, it's more dominant than ever. So maybe this person's, I'm hearing heart space is opening up a little bit. So, for example, as well, if this person has been occupied with other things for quite a long time, for example, maybe they used to be only, yeah, like maybe they only focused on their career, and maybe at first they didn't really have any place for love or relationship, and it definitely left them very unhappy, because they realize, I mean, of course there are certain things that are important in life, especially in the kind of systems we're living in, right? I mean, you will have to be able to pay rent or pay your bills at the end of the day, right? But only focusing on certain things can leave you a little bit empty. And I feel like your future spouse, they could have been so busy with work and their ambitions and all that, that they thought this is the path towards their happiness. But they realized, of course, these things are important as well, and they do make them happy to some extent. But a true, genuine relationship, that's also what they want. And I truly feel like this realization has hit them hard, and they're looking for love. There is no doubt about that. I really feel like your future spouse is at a place in their life in which I'm hearing they're ready. They are ready for commitment. They're ready for a serious relationship, or for I'm hearing the right person to enter their life, or to connect with the right person. So this is very, very interesting. Now, another thing I would like to say is, when I was talking about the fact that your future spouse is ready for love, I actually got some messages, and they were for you. What I heard was, are you ready for love? So it was very interesting, because I was talking about your future spouse and the fact that they are definitely ready. And it was almost like the energies were saying, okay, now ask the viewer whether they're actually ready for that. So this is, I guess, an invitation for you, my dear pal one, to truly ask yourself, are you really ready for this person and this union? Not to say that you're not, but sometimes we may feel like, yes, this is what I want, but then when it enters your life, you may feel like, oh my goodness, maybe there are certain things that first I need to figure out, or maybe certain things that are like blockages, for example, that I still have within myself that I need to look into. And it's kind of like the energies are suggesting here. And of course, it's not for everyone, so take it how it resonates. If this is not your message, then just leave it. But for some of you guys, maybe you're watching this and you already know that yes, I want a relationship, I want to find the one, or I want to get married. But I do feel like there's something within me, in my heart space perhaps, that um, is blocking my energy a little bit when it comes to love. Maybe I have trust issues, or maybe there is something from the past I can't really let go of, which is kind of holding me back a little bit from the potential that I could have in the future in love. Or maybe it's just a personal thing, you know. Maybe for some of you guys, you are you have disconnected from yourself a little bit, and it's important for you to first really love yourself before you love someone else. So of course these are just examples, but I do feel like for someone this is definitely a very important message in here, to ask themselves, okay, am I actually truly, because there's one thing wanting something, but then there is another thing when the thing actually comes into your life, but then you realize, oh my goodness, I feel overwhelmed, or I just feel like there's something holding me back from this. You know, maybe something you should look into. Now, moving on to your future spouse's energy. So, I feel like your future spouse right now, it seems like they know what they want. I would say your future spouse is someone, now, of course, we're looking into love here. They know what type of relationship it is that they want to have. They know what type of person it is that they want to connect with. They want a long-term relationship with. They want to get married, you know. This is someone who knows themselves very well. This is not someone who's just gonna see what comes their way, but I truly feel like this person has a very deep understanding regarding themselves, regarding life and the future. They're very decisive. That's a good word to use. Your future spouse is very decisive. And when they're gonna see the right person, they will recognize them. And of course, this is your future spouse, so your future spouse will recognize that in you. They will see you and understand that you are the right person for them. And yeah, it's not gonna take them long. Mm-mm. I feel like your future spouse is looking for certain traits that are, I would say, like stereotypical, very important in a long term partner. For example, loyalty is very important to them. Good communication is very important to them. And of course, a foundation of love, right? These are the things that this person is looking for. They're truly looking for a deep connection. And once again, I know the Don Juan card gives off a very playful energy, but when it comes to your future spouse and the way the energies are coming through, I truly feel like this person, their heart is open, and they are searching for the right heart that connects with them, if you understand what I mean. And yeah, this person, let me see. I feel like they're also very romantic, by the way. And I feel like this aspect of romance is actually emphasized very well by this card, because of course this person takes love very serious and they're looking for a serious commitment, but they also have this charm to them, and they're also very romantic. So I know we haven't looked into the dating phase yet. We will of course look into that later on, but what I can already see for you guys is that they're going to do a lot of romantic things for you. This could be the kind of partner who will plan romantic dates, who will do a lot of romantic gestures, who will be very charming and very mesmerizing in their energy. And honestly, I feel like they're going to be very seductive. Like, this person definitely knows how to seduce others. And I feel like for them, as you may have remembered, in the beginning, I said that maybe love was something that they put aside for quite a long time in their life because maybe they were more so focused on their career or other things in their life. But for them, they truly, I would say, blossom, like they truly glow when they are in love. And this is actually something that is very universal. Like when a person is in love, like truly in love, love makes us radiate, right? I mean, love makes us shine. And this is what I see with this person. I truly feel like when you guys come together, you will recognize that in them. No matter how you get introduced to this person, when you guys are in a relationship, you're gonna see um, how much love feeds this person, and how much it makes them shine, like like a sun. It's like warmth that they give out, and yeah, this warmth will also warm the people around them, and it will be very obvious. This is very, very sweet energy. Yeah, I kind of feel like we are already moving into the dating phase a little bit, but another thing, my dear pal one, I truly feel like there are gonna be a lot of dates between you guys. And the dating phase is gonna be something very enjoyable. It's gonna be very fun, very playful as well. I feel like you guys are gonna do a lot of things that will make you laugh, will make you smile. You will truly have fun. This is like a huge thing. You will truly have fun during the dates. And honestly, like, look at the card. I truly feel like you guys may even go dancing, or you may go to very like chic places, very fancy places. And yeah, I also see you, and I also see how good you feel about yourself and about connecting with this person. Okay, of course, take it how it resonates, but for some of you guys, I literally see so. Okay, I saw someone um wearing something, and like something very glamorous. I would say something very elegant. Maybe you're gonna wear something very elegant to a certain occasion or to a certain fancy dinner, for example. But this date is really being emphasized to me, and I see you truly enjoying being in the present moment. And this is something very important, right? Because living in the present moment truly has its magic. And I truly feel like when you are with this person, when you are on a date with them, during the dating phase, even, you're truly gonna be anchored in the here and now. You're gonna feel very grounded, and you're gonna feel very energized. And this person will definitely have a very positive like influence on you. When you are with this person, you're gonna feel very, very present, is what I'm getting here. Okay, I saw someone giving another person flowers. So, yeah, for me, this is also a very romantic gesture. So, this person could, for example, give you flowers or give you certain things that are seen very romantic by you. But I don't see you rejecting it or being in resistance with it. I actually see you being very open and very receiving. You will enjoy it very, very well. And this could also be your love language. Maybe you like receiving things when it comes to a romantic connection. But yeah, all in all, so far, I know we like this was about their archetype, but I cannot control it like the energies. They're definitely also giving us some insights regarding the dating phase already. I truly feel like it's going to be a very playful and fun energy when it comes to you guys connecting with each other. honestly like a dance, a dance. Look at these two people, like it seems they have a lot of fun. They are truly in the moment, and they're just going with the rhythm, with the music and all that. This is the kind of thing I see with you guys as well. All right. Now, my dear pile one, I would like to continue, and I would say let's go to the personality of your future spouse and let's see what else we can get about them. For my beautiful pile one, what do you need to know about the personality of your future spouse? Okay, the first card we have is the High Priestess. Oh my goodness, the High Priestess and the Magician. A very interesting combination. And oh my goodness, and the Judgment card, what's happening here? Wow. 3 major arcanas, one after the other. I'm only gonna take up to 2 cards. Okay, are these 2? No, 3. Only 2, please. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Too many cards. The 2 of Cups. I think the light is shining on the 2 of Cups here. We have the Hermit. Give me a second. Maybe this will be better. Let me see. The 2 of Pentacles, and let's get you guys one last card. And the 3 of Swords. All right, at the back of the deck, we have the Moon card. All right, okay. So my dear pile one, what do you need to know about the personality of your future spouse? I would like to start with this. I truly feel like, my dear pile one, your future spouse is someone who's very patient. And as I said this, I literally got like the next message. I feel like this patience is something that they learned through life. This person went through certain situations in their life in which I'm hearing patience was important. There was no other option, and it taught them a lot. It taught them a lot about themselves, about life, about where they're heading towards. And I feel like this is going to be something that you're going to have a lot of respect for, or you're going to appreciate about this person a lot. Whether you are patient yourself or not, it doesn't matter, but you're going to appreciate this person and how they go about things very, very much. And I truly feel like this is someone who's not scared of the hard work. Like sometimes building something solid can be a little bit intimidating because, I mean, first of all, literally the work you have to put into, it may not be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? And in addition to that, of course, once again, this aspect of being patient, it can also be something that may make people like run away, right? Or run for the hills. And I truly feel like, my dear Palwan, this is something you will see in this person and you will love about them. You will love this about their personality, I would say. The fact that whether this is connected to your relationship, whether this is connected to their work or to something totally different, this person always, when they approach something, they get invested in it, and they allow themselves to be patient. They allow themselves to nurture the thing. You know, look at the Seven of Pentacles for a second. You can see this. There is a person here, and it looks like they are like you can see this tree is growing, right? And for this person, there may only be this very, very small plant, but look at how deeply rooted the roots are. Like, we don't really see the whole thing, right? When we look at a small plant, we just see something very small, and it may not really look that strong or significant, but deep down there is a whole process that we're not aware of, and it gives the plant strength, and it makes the plant deeply rooted. This is the kind of energy I get for your future spouse as well. Your future spouse understands that good things may take time, and it's worth it. We are living in a world in which, I mean, especially online, people don't have a lot of what is the word for it, like everything has to be quick. Even when it comes to like certain platforms, there always has to be like a certain amount of time in which people are going to focus on something, right? People don't really invest that much time into certain things anymore, and this card really reminds us that patience is also a gift. And there are some people on earth who still know that, you know, in a world where everything is moving around so quickly. Taking a moment to slow down, to breathe can be very, very valuable. And your future spouse could very much be the kind of person who maybe does a like social media detox, or puts their phone away for a few hours, or likes to go to nature. It seems like this is someone who wants to connect, you know, like truly connect with people, with life, with nature, whatever it may be. And I feel like they don't get that distracted. Yeah, this is not someone who will endlessly scroll through different things, and then after some time, like, they realize, oh my god, like half of the day is over, you know? Like, where did the time go? I was just sitting around for a few minutes, but like hours passed away. Um no, this is not the kind of individual. I would say they are very mindful when it comes to how they spend their time, and also they're looking for something deep. We already got this coming through in the first part of the reading, that they're looking for a deep connection in love, but it's not only that, they're looking for connection in every single area of their life. So even, for example, when it comes to their career, this could be the kind of person who doesn't really like to just do something just because they have to earn money and pay the bills. For them, they may have to truly love what they're doing, or be interested, passionate in their job, in their career. You know, they need the kind of investment to really deliver, which of course makes a lot of sense, because very often we as human beings, I mean, of course, we put our best into the things that we value, and yeah, the things that are precious to us. And this is what I see for this person here as well. This is also someone who has a lot of trust in life. That's another thing. Now, no matter whether this person is spiritual or not, but they may believe in something, but they truly feel like love is not love. Oh my goodness, I want to say life, but definitely love as well. But like, life is working for them, you know, life is supporting them, and they're not going through life with a mindset of, I have to like fight my way through it, or life is not supporting me. This is not the kind of energy they trust, you know, whether it's in themselves, in life, in nature, in God, in something higher in the universe, in source energy, whatever it may be. But this person, they feel supported, they feel I'm also hearing guided for some, though not for everyone. For some of you guys, because this was actually something that I was receiving very strongly. I feel like this person has spirit guides, and these spirit guides um, are very deeply connected to them. I mean, they're supporting them. They have been, I'm hearing they have been in this person's life like their whole life, and they play a huge role when it comes to this person and their path. So, for some of you guys, this person could be pretty much aware of this. They know that they have guides. For others, if this person does not really know anything about like spirituality or spirit guides and stuff like that, they may just call it, as I said, like support from life or trust in life. But they're definitely also supported by a higher power. That's what I'm seeing in here. And this person also has a lot of potential within themselves. It's not only about the support that they get from something outside of them, but it's also about the incredible support that's within them. This is someone who, if they would ever choose to go on a spiritual journey, there is a lot to discover, there is a lot to explore, and I feel like there are a lot of things or aspects to this person that they're not even aware of themselves. Like, for example, certain gifts that they have, even like psychic gifts that they have, or certain, I'm hearing talents that they haven't looked into yet. There is definitely a lot in this person that wants to come out, but of course, at the end of the day, it is their decision, it's their free will, and yeah, it depends on how life is gonna go for them. But that's something I see here as well. Yeah, I feel like for the majority of you guys, this person's intuition is speaking high. However, this person may not really understand that it's their intuition. They may just say that it's a gut feeling or something like that. But in reality, they're definitely receiving a lot of insights. And I do feel like eventually this person's life will turn, I would say, very mysterious, and the spiritual realm will open up to them even more, or they will become more aware to it. They may raise their vibration or expand their consciousness to the fact that there are more things in life than just what we see, what we hear, and so on, our senses. Another thing, my dear Padawan, and this truly confirms what I said earlier. I truly feel like this is a lover. Like, this is someone who wants to be in love, who loves love, and yeah, they are in love with love. There is no other way to say it. And this is interesting because if I remember correctly, I think I got this message before in previous readings, so maybe you watched those. But this is someone who, they're not a lonely wolf, you know? They need um like a pack. They need connection with others, relationships, whether it's friendships, family, or of course also romantic. They need that in their life. They may also be very family oriented, by the way, but this is not a loner, so to speak. This is more so someone who truly needs the right people around them. And yeah, once again, I'm hearing once this person falls in love, they fall in love hard. They take it very serious. This is not someone who is in love today with one person and the next day with another person. No. This is also someone who's very loyal themselves. And you guys, this is what I heard. and I'm gonna say it exactly like it came through. I heard this is someone who commits for life. Also, another message, and this goes back to the patience aspect I was talking about, that life kind of taught this person to be patient. I do feel like, my dear pile one, this person has gone through some challenging things in their life before. Also, with the Three of Swords being here, it seems like their heart has been broken. And now, when I say that, I don't necessarily mean that in like a romantic connection, because a person's heart can break in a lot of different ways. It's not just about romance and love, like romantic love. It can also be in so many different other ways. And I truly feel like this person has gone through their own experience. However, it has not made them lose their trust in life, you know? For them, of course, it wasn't easy, but yeah, it has taught them something, you know? It has made them grow, perhaps even transformed them to some extent. And I even feel like it has strengthened the relationship they have with themselves. That's what I'm hearing. Interesting. This is a very strong individual. This person has a lot of strength, a lot of strength. All right. Now, my dear, let's look into the dating phase. We already got some messages coming through for you guys before, but let's dive into it a little bit more. So let's see, for my beautiful pile one, what do you need to know about the dating phase with your future spouse? Let's see. For my beautiful pile one, okay. Let's see. The first card we have is the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Cups, too many cards, only up to 2 cards please, only up to 2. We have the Wheel, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands. My goodness, a lot of cards. For my dear pile one, what do you need to know about the dating phase with your future spouse? Let's see. And we have the Ace of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, all right. So, my dear pile one, what do you need to know? Now, the first thing, my dear, I would like to say is I heard very clear surprises. So, I feel like your future spouse, they could be someone who likes to surprise you a lot. So, we already talked about the fact that, you know, they're very romantic and they may like to give you certain things. I'm hearing romantic gestures. And a lot of these romantic gestures they could actually do through surprise. So you may not expect it, but like, for example, let's just say maybe before you guys, or on every single date you guys go, maybe they will surprise you with like a small gesture. or a small gift, and it's gonna be very exciting for you. It's gonna be very funny to you and playful, and you're gonna enjoy it very, very much because, as I said earlier, I feel like this is truly someone who gets invested, and they're gonna be very invested in this relationship, of course, as well, and they're gonna show it. Like, you're truly gonna get this feeling that, okay, yeah, this person, they want to pursue me. They're not just here to um, waste our time, but they're truly here for a goal, with an intention, a positive intention, which is this relationship, this long-term relationship, or even marriage, right? So you're gonna get this from them. This is something I'm feeling very, very strongly. And I see that these gestures that this person will do will be very successful, and they will be perceived by you, or received by you even, very positively. Okay, I'm getting a very interesting message here as well. One second. Okay, this is interesting. This is not for everyone. This is a very specific message for someone. So if it doesn't resonate, then just leave it. But another thing, my dear pile one, I am receiving here for you guys is that for someone, it could be the case that actually at first you reject this person. Like, they may ask you out, and the first time you may actually say no. This could be connected to maybe a certain circumstance. Maybe there's something, like you're occupied with something and it just doesn't fit with the date or with the plans you've done. But it seems like this person will reach out to you the first time and you will resist it, and then you will, maybe they will ask you out again, and then you will say yes, the second time. Or maybe the first date, for some reason you will not be able to make it, and then they will ask you out again, and the second time actually you will be able to have your first date. I hope I can explain this the best way possible, but it seems like okay, take it how it resonates, but this could also go hand in hand with the message that I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, if you guys remember. So I spoke about the fact that they're ready for love, but are you ready? And when I said that, I got the message that for some of you, you may actually not be as ready as you think. Maybe there is something still that you need to release. And this could once again actually be kind of like, not a warning. Warning is like a very big word, but like a reminder, I guess, that even if the right person comes in our life, if it's not at the right time or if we're not ready for it, there might be an obstacle. So, for example, let's just say someone watching this, and if it doesn't resonate, then just skip this message. But let's just say someone watching this, they do have certain blockage regarding love. Now, just imagine you will meet this person, you will come together with them, and they will ask you out, and then you may actually, although you know that this is the right person for you, or you are very interested in them, but still there could be something kind of holding you back from this, and you may actually at first resist this from a place of maybe fear. And this is what the energies are trying to emphasize here. Make sure that when this person enters your life, you're not looking at love from a place of fear, but from a place of love. Because sometimes we can self sabotage ourselves, and we should not underestimate that. Very often, actually, in life, we are self sabotaging certain situations for us, and this is a reminder to keep that in mind. Okay, so if you're watching this and you truly feel like, yeah, this is my message, there are certain things that I need to look into, then this is for you. Now, another thing, my dear pal one, I would like to say is that I feel like this person is going to be very creative. I truly feel like when it comes to the dating, or generally speaking, it seems like for the majority of you guys, this person is the one pursuing you, and they may also be the one who will majority wise plan the dates. And I feel like they're going to be very versatile and like very creative with that. So it could be the case that the dates you're gonna go on, not even two are gonna be the same. Like every date is gonna have its own charm at a different location. You may even do something different, and it's gonna be very exciting. And I truly feel like, my dear, this person's also not gonna be I'm hearing cheap, so they're gonna truly put a lot of energy into the things that may impress you, is what I'm hearing. And whether you know this or not, but this person is also going to be emotionally invested in you pretty early on. So they will see you as truly a potential partner. Even if they're going to be very playful and the dates are going to be very fun, their intentions are serious towards you. That's what I'm getting here. Now, another thing, this is actually a very interesting message. What I'm hearing is that this person, they see you as marriage material. Now, take it how it resonates, whatever marriage material may mean to them, because this could be a very personal thing, right? But this is what they see. I don't know why we're getting this aspect, but I'm getting some messages regarding how this person will see you. And they will see you as someone who, I'm hearing, is very grounded, someone who is very stable. You know, you're very stable within yourself. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of, and this is actually something that this person will find very, very attractive about you. By the way, and another thing, my dear pile one, this person, generally speaking, they're gonna be very attracted towards you. Yeah, very attracted here. Regarding the speed of your dating phase, okay, this is interesting. I'm actually not getting anything specific, because sometimes I may get, for example, very fast moving like dating phase, or maybe even very slow moving dating phase. But with you guys, the energies are not giving me any insights regarding that. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit hidden for some reason. Maybe you don't need to know it, and that's why it's kind of not coming through. Yeah, this person will be very giving during the dating phase, very giving, very generous with their time, with their resources, even like with their I'm hearing affection as well. I'm hearing this will be a successful dating phase. Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. This is a future spouse reading, right? So it will be successful. And once again, if you feel like, my dear pile one, there are certain things that you need to maybe understand better about yourself. For example, maybe certain trust issues that you have. It is very difficult to step into a good relationship and actually have a good relationship when you have trust issues, right? So if you feel like there is something, and it's just an example, it can of course be something very unique to you, but if you feel like there is something burdening you regarding that, please, yeah, take it serious, is what I'm hearing. One thing that is coming through very strongly here, and this is coming from your future spouse is going to feel very comfortable around you. I mean, obviously, with like the dating phase and stuff, especially if you're trying to pursue another person, you want to impress them, right? You want to make them like you or make them take you serious and stuff like that. But in addition to all that, I truly feel like this person feels so comfortable in your presence, and they truly enjoy it. This person enjoys being with you, spending time with you, and that's also for them a great investment. Like for them, spending time with you is truly so valuable. You truly are such a valuable person, and they love it. They love having conversations with you, they love doing silly things with you. It's just like, I truly feel like this person feels very connected to you, my dear pile one. That's something I'm getting very strongly for you. Another thing I would like to say is, I feel like this person will develop feelings for you pretty quickly. I mean, I already said that they will be emotionally invested in you pretty early on, but speaking about like developing very strong feelings for another person, this is going to be something that will happen very fast for them. I'm hearing there is so much about you that is so lovable. Maybe this is something that they will think or maybe even say to you, that there is so much about you that is just so amazing. They may also give you a lot of compliments, and this could also be another love language of them. This form of affection. And for them, it's not just something that they say or they say to everyone, like they truly mean it. This person, even though, of course, they have this playful side to them, but they're also very serious about the things that matter. And when this person compliments you, they truly mean that. They're not just saying it to everyone, but they are saying it with a genuine heart, is what I'm getting here. All right, this is all I'm getting for this question. Now, my dear pile one, there is another thing I would like to look into, and this is actually something that I felt guided to do, and it's all about what others will think of your relationship, of your union. Let's look into that, and yeah, let's see. For my beautiful pile one, what will others think of your union with your future spouse, with your relationship with them? Okay, one card fell. 1 second. Okay, wow, the first card we have is the Sun card. The High Priestess. Yeah, the Ten of Cups. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. The Ten of Swords. My goodness. The Seven of Pentacles and the Moon card. And the Six of Cups. At the back of the deck, oh my goodness, we have the Star card. What a card. All right. Now, my dear pile one, the first thing I would like to say is that the energies are very, very positive regarding this question. And the first thing I would like to start with is that I truly feel like a lot of people are gonna think that this relationship is exactly what you wanted. This is the first thing. You know, with the star card being here, for example, maybe you have told other people, maybe people who are close to you, loved ones and stuff like that, what you're looking for in a person, what kind of relationship it is that you want to have. And it's kind of like when people see you and your future spouse, they're gonna think back to those words and they're gonna say, yeah, this is the kind of person you wanted, or the kind of relationship you wished for. So there is this element of wish fulfillment in this reading, which is honestly such a wow, such a beautiful thing. It is not something that everyone experiences. This is something honestly that feels like a blessing, and you're very lucky, my dear pal one. I truly feel like people will see this relationship as a wish fulfillment or as a blessing that has entered your life. This relationship, another thing people will think about is or they will actually see that more so. I feel like people will see the positive impact that this relationship has on you, or this person has on you. So oh my goodness, also with the sun. You guys, do you remember in the beginning of the reading I talked about the fact that you know, there it's a very universal thing that, you know, when we are in love, we shine, we are radiant, right? We glow. It's kind of like love is this warmth that makes us like the sun. And I'm getting back to that. This is what people will see. They will see you as well. It's not only your future spouse, but it's also you. You're gonna become very radiant. You're gonna glow in a very different way, and it's something that people, they will not be able to miss that. You know, they will see it very clearly, and oh my goodness, you guys don't see it, but I'm literally holding my heart space right now. And this is something that happens sometimes in readings when, like, there is a lot of love coming through. Even, like, subconsciously, I put my hand on my heart. But I truly feel like, my dear pile one, this is gonna be like a fulfillment for you. Also, with the Ten of Cups being here, people will think that this relationship, it has brought a lot of positive energy into your life, and it's truly something that I'm hearing you are absolutely deserving of. You deserve a good love, you deserve a good connection, and you're very deserving of this. I also feel like, by the way, and this could be something, yeah, I feel like more so people who are very close to you, who know your story, they're gonna think, and it's that it's kind of like this union is like closing certain doors for you. And what I mean by that is, like, with the ten of swords, excuse me, being here, the Ten of Swords is an ending card, and it can also be a very painful ending, but a very necessary one. So it's almost like this relationship is gonna maybe allow you to finally move on from something in the past that maybe, like, for example, a past relationship that you weren't quite sure about, but with this person, I mean, you're not gonna doubt anything, and you're gonna know, okay, the past person definitely was not my person because this is my person. And this is just an example. It can also be connected to something totally different. But I truly feel like with this relationship, you will be able to close the door to something that needs to be closed forever. And certain people close to you will see that, they will get aware of this, and yeah, they will be very supportive of you closing that door, you know, metaphorically speaking here. I'm also hearing regarding the question, what will other people think of your union? For some of you guys, you could have been maybe waiting for this kind of love for quite a long time, or maybe you have been single for quite a long time. And what I'm hearing is that many people will be very happy for you and that the waiting has been worth it. You know, being patient has been worth it. Maybe you didn't settle for the things that you felt like weren't yours, you know. You may be very aware of what you want, and people will feel like you did the right decision for yourself. Another thing, my dear pile one, for some reason, it could be the case that at first you and your future spouse, both of you actually, you may hold this relationship a secret for some time. Maybe because you just don't want to share the news too soon with people. You just want to first enjoy it by yourselves, and then slowly kind of share the news with other people. For others, this could also be maybe a cultural thing, as for why you're gonna hold it a secret for some time first. But I truly feel like once you guys shared with other people, especially the people who are close to you, they're gonna be very, very happy for you. Very happy. And I do feel like, my dear Palawan, you have a lot of people in your life who love you. You know, there's no other way to say it, who love you and who want to see you happy. And the people will see you happy in this union, and this will bring a lot of happiness to them as well. This is truly the kind of connection in which you are very happy. And another thing regarding the question, what will others think of your union relationship? This is actually a very strong message, but of course, take it how it resonates. Some people may even think that you and this person, I heard soulmates, that you guys maybe are like soulmates, or you are soulmates. That's another thing I'm getting here. This could also be something that you say yourself. You may tell someone that you feel like this is your soulmate. Yeah. Very positive energy. Very positive, yeah. All right, my dear. Now, I would say let's dive into the candle wax reading. Now, I'm gonna be right back. Let me get you your bowl and your candle. Hey, pal one, welcome back. Now, as you can see, I have your bowl and I also have your candle. So let's start straight away. Let me light up your candle. All right. So, my beautiful pal one, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what additional messages we have for you regarding the question, who you will marry, who's your future spouse. But any messages that are meant for you to know, I want to create an open space for you guys. So let's see, let's see. Okay. All right. My dear, I'm receiving a very interesting message, and honestly, this message feels very nurturing. What I'm getting is that one thing you should know about your future spouse or about your guys' relationship is that your future spouse is gonna be, I would say, encouraging. They're gonna be very encouraging when it comes to you taking care of yourself. You know, sometimes some partners, for example, unfortunately, they may not really care that much about the well being of the other person. They may not really think about it or may just not care. Maybe because they don't really love the other person like that. And yeah, they just not really in for the best intentions. But other times, in true connections, true love, unions, of course, the other person's well being is just as much your highest priority as your own well being, right? And I really feel like, my dear Palawan, one thing that's very interesting is your future spouse is going to be very encouraging when it comes to you and your well being. So, what does that mean? Your future spouse could, for example, do certain things to motivate you, or if you are already someone who is very big on self-care, on self-love, on maybe even also healing, you know, I feel like they're gonna be like very encouraging with that. So, for example, they could tell you how amazing they feel like this is, and they may even get inspired themselves through the things that you do for yourself. You know, it's kind of like our self love can inspire other people to also be self or more self loving towards themselves, right? And this is the kind of energy I'm receiving here. And it's not only that, your future spouse could even actually actively do certain things to encourage you. So, for example, let's just say you had a very tough week, maybe it was very exhausting. Your future spouse could, for example, surprise you with a weekend trip or a spa day, you know, things like that. Ways in which you can recharge and you can really get back to yourself, you know, that's so, so important, especially in the kind of world we're living in where honestly everything wants to drain our energy. So it's so important for us to not only protect our energy but also recharge. And your future spouse is going to be very big on that when it comes to you. I don't know whether they are like that to themselves. I'm not getting any messages regarding that. But what I can say is that they are definitely like that towards you. And yeah, this is truly the kind of beautiful love that is all about wanting the best for each other, you know? Honestly, my dear Pile One, I feel like something in this relationship, there's going to be something in your life that you're going to heal through this. Through this relationship, you're going to do a very big step on your healing journey. So, what I can say is that this relationship is definitely going to be very positive for you, like a positive influence, right? And it's a relationship. Okay, this is interesting. I truly feel like this candle wax reading, I mean, I kept it open, right? Any messages that are meant for you to know are welcomed. And I really feel like the relationship energy is coming through for you. So there are certain things that you should know about the relationship. And as I was saying, I truly feel like, my dear pal one, this is also going to be a relationship in which it is not only about you and your future spouse, but you have a lot of your loved ones around you. You know, I feel like your union is also going to encourage a lot of hard connections with other people, you know, with people that you may have already in your life who are your loved ones, but also with new people who will enter your life in the future. I see you being, honestly, I heard everyone's favorite. So you could be the couple that people want to spend time with, people want to, for example, spend a Christmas with, or whatever other holiday, there may be in your particular country or culture. But I just feel like people love to be around you, and they love to be around your future spouse. Your guys' energy is, honestly, we have heard this multiple times now. It's glowing, it's the sun, and the sun is gonna, of course, also draw a lot of people to it. And you have a very high vibrational connection, and people want to be a part of your life. And when I say people, I genuinely, what I'm receiving here is loved ones, friends, family, people who are close to you. This is not about strangers. This is about people who you have a heart-to-heart connection with here. If you remember, my dear, um, I talked about the fact that your future spouse is someone who is very patient, and they know the power, I guess, that patience has. And one thing I would like to say is that I truly feel like you're gonna become a little bit similar to your future spouse, in the sense that maybe it's just because your future spouse, of course, is going to share their worldview with you, their wisdom, the way they see things. It could actually also trigger a change of perspective in you. But what I'm seeing is that you also gonna be, I'm hearing, gonna see things from a higher perspective, and specifically regarding the aspect of patience. It seems to be very important in your reading and your energy. You're gonna understand that it is more important than you thought. Or maybe the way you used to look at it in the future, excuse me, in the past, it has changed. Of course, it depends on how you see at it or how you look at it, but I truly feel like you're gonna look at different things in a more positive way. Maybe because your future spouse, as I said, is gonna it's gonna introduce you to a different way of seeing things. Yeah, if there is one thing, my dear, you can take from this reading, it's that this union or your future spouse, they're truly gonna have a lot of positive impact on you. And this is something which has come through over and over again throughout the whole reading. And it's actually a very beautiful thing because, of course, for example, happiness is an inside job, right? Like, we should never ever put something important on other people's shoulders, because, like, for example, if we expect other people to make us happy, well, guess what? We may not be happy at all, because other people will never ever 100% act the way we want them to act. And they shouldn't, because they have free will. They are their own person. But what we can do is find these things within ourselves, because that's in our control, right? And even though things like happiness or fulfillment are things that, if you really want to have them, should come from the inside, because the outside will never be the way you maybe want it to. Still, we come across people in our life perhaps that are very encouraging, right? Very positive, and yes, indeed, they can make us happy. And I truly feel like, my dear pile one, this is the kind of energy which it's very precious. Your future spouse will have a positive impact on you. You will have a positive impact on them. And this relationship will be a very significant one. One in which you will, as I've said, right, You will shine. Of course, we cannot always control what happens, right? And ups and downs are a part of life, and they're also part of relationships. No one is perfect, but it's great if we have, for example, in this example, a partner at our side who wants the best, right? For you, for them, for the relationship, and who sees the world from a high vibrational perspective. All right, so my dear pal one, this was a long one. This is all I have for you guys. Now, if you would like to claim this energy for yourself, let's go with a tree emoji. Drop a tree emoji or any other plant emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, my dear, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. I truly hope that you receive the messages which are meant for you. And as always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal, Juan. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about this person? Now, as I already explained in the introduction, there are different things I would like to look into. And the first thing, my dear, is the archetype that your future spouse is embodying right now. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're coming across it, that's totally fine. And let's see, my dear, right now, what archetype your future spouse is in, what energy, what's going on in their life. Let's see, let's see. For that, I'm gonna use archetype oracle cards. Only one, please, for my beautiful pal 2. What archetype is your future spouse in right now? What's happening in their life? Let's see, let's see. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we have the destroyer archetype, and it says releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Wow. Wow. Okay. The first thing I would like to say here, and I'm speaking here about the energy. It's getting very exciting. I feel like, my dear pile 2, your future spouse right now is truly at a place in their life where there is something very crucial happening. This is like a turning point. There is a transformation coming towards them, and it's definitely loud and big. Now, with the destroyer archetype being here, this reminds me a lot of the Tower card in the tarot. It's almost like destroying the old and, yeah, preparing for something new. When something gets destroyed, there is also potential for something new to, yeah, be built afterwards. And this is a very transformative time, and I would say your future spouse is definitely right now going through a lot of changes. And I truly feel like, my dear pal 2, these are changes that they cannot resist anymore, and I don't even feel like they are resisting it. In fact, for the majority of you guys, I truly feel like this energy is one that your future spouse is actually, yeah, welcoming. Because maybe the way their life was going, it just wasn't really for the best interest, or it wasn't really for the greatest version, and they truly needed a change. Something needs to be, yeah, I'm hearing switched, or something needs to transform, and that's what's exactly happening. So for example, let's just say, and it doesn't have to resonate, but just so you guys understand this energy better, let's just say this person was in a job that wasn't satisfying at all. It wasn't paying good. It wasn't something this person was happy in or they even liked, but they were just doing it and they maybe felt very stuck. They didn't knew how to kind of quit the rat race. It was just like energy. I'm hearing energy was building up, and the energy was very stagnant at the same time. And it's perhaps that this person took the decision to drastically change that. Maybe they they quit it, and then they went for a new path. This is a very destructive change, in the sense that something old is being released, and even maybe something major such as career, right? And then something new, a new path is opening up. And of course, this is just an example. It could even be the case that this is a universal thing, so it's not just referring to one area of their life, but this destruction, this new beginning is actually happening generally in their life. So, for example, let's just say maybe someone moved away from a certain city and then changes in every single area of their life, right? A new change of location, a new home, new environment, new job, and all these things. So yeah, and once again, there is an excitement to it. So this is not a change that feels not welcomed. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, it can be very challenging, especially with the destroyer, because for something to get destroyed, it takes a lot of energy to break it down, right? But what I'm seeing is that it is something which is pretty much welcomed by them. Let me see. And I feel like this time in their life actually brings a lot of potential for release in general. So, for example, let's go back to the career example. Even if this is just referring to a change of career, still it's kind of bringing a change in their energy, and this person may actually look into certain things in their life that they didn't pay a lot of attention to. And I feel like there is a potential for understanding, for exploration, for self-reflection even. And this person may as well come to the conclusion that there are a lot of different things that they have in life which needs to be released. Maybe certain people that they feel like, okay, I'm not going to take with me to the next chapter of my life, or maybe a certain mindset that they want to look into and to maybe even change. Or, of course, certain things such as limiting beliefs, right? That could also limit them, of course. I mean, limiting beliefs limit, right? But I just feel like for you, this person is truly doing a transformation on a very high level. And I'm seeing, okay, wow, I just saw like a caterpillar who is like this in this cocoon, and there is this time that they need to take in order to then come out as a butterfly. This is the kind of energy I'm getting here. Your future spouse is turning into the butterfly, but first the caterpillar needs to be transformed. And this is the process which is transforming them. And the Tower card, and this is something I think I have said before in my previous readings, the Tower card has a very negative connotation to it. And of course, it's a very heavy card. I mean, if we think about maybe our own Tower moments in our lives, right? I mean, they definitely weren't easy. They may even have shocked us in many different ways, and even broken something down in our life. But when I, for example, think about a Tower moment that I had in my life before, going through it was one of the worst things, honestly, that happened to me. However, afterwards, the things that it actually made me open up to were the best things that happened in my life. So it's kind of like, even when it comes to the Tower card, there are many different sides to it. There is no such thing as only one card being totally negative or one thing only being positive, right? Duality, the good and the bad is in everything. Even in the Devil card, there is also this element of our shadow self that it can remind us, right, of the shadow work that needs to be done. And what comes after the shadow work? A much more vibrant self, right? I mean, shadow work can also bring so much healing with it. So there is no such thing as only something being only bad or only good. And this is honestly what this card or the Tower card can also remind us in, that after every ending, even if it's a very, very, very tough and challenging ending, what comes after that? A new beginning. And sometimes truly the old needs to be destroyed in order to something new to be built. And this is exactly the caterpillar mindset, right? The butterfly. So as this card says, your future spouse is preparing for a new life. They are preparing for a new chapter in their life. And I do feel like this person is aware of it. Sometimes when you go through a Tower moment, the last thing you're thinking about is, well, what positive thing can I get from it? No, you're not thinking about these things. You will think about it afterwards, right? When you look back and you see all the good things that happened through it afterwards, like the journey that opened up to you, the person that you became afterward. But while you're going through something tough, it can be very challenging to see something like a lesson or something positive in it. Although there are a lot of people who are capable of that, and it's amazing, and it's yeah, I have a lot of respect for that for sure. But I do feel like your future spouse, even if it's on a subconscious level, but they can feel that there is something greater coming towards them, and what's happening right now is they're being released of all the things that are not working for them, or not are not for their highest good. So let me see what else I can get. I even feel like, my dear pal, too, your future spouse is becoming aware of maybe self-destructive tendencies that they have, or like self-sabotaging things that they have, which it can be very difficult to actually look into that or get even aware of it, because it's a realization which can be very difficult for us to look into, right? But I truly feel like this time, as I said, it also brings a lot of potential, and it's almost like taking everything away. I'm hearing that they're not. And maybe certain parts of them that they thought was themselves, like we may have certain, let's say, behavior that we think is us, like this is who I am, take it or leave it. But then when we think about it, many of these behaviors may have actually come from maybe fear. And it's not so much us, but it's just the fear response that we do, right? And I truly feel like your future spouse right now is also understanding who they truly are, and what part of them are actually not them, but is the fear, you know? So there is a lot of self exploration. I feel like we're diving very, very deep into this, right? I mean, it's definitely very, very intense, as this card also suggests. But what I can tell you guys is that your future spouse truly needs the time right now. They really do. Oh, and also for those of you guys who have met this person already, because for some, maybe you have met them, for others, maybe you haven't. But if someone is watching this and you have met your future spouse yet, and you feel like maybe right now they're distancing themselves a little bit or taking a lot of time for themselves, understand that they truly need that. Like, it has nothing to do with you, but it's just what they truly need to yeah, to go through this process, you know, for this transformation. They're are giving themselves the nurture, and they're doing the work that is needed to come out as the butterfly. Yeah, I'm hearing this person will not be the same person they were before this transformation, and of course after. I mean, that's of course what transformation is, right? But like, even if you would then talk to them, you would see it. Maybe they will show you the transformation through maybe pictures, if it's also a physical transformation, or through them explaining it to you, the story and all that. But somehow you will become aware of this incredible transformation that they are going through. If you already know your future spouse, I mean, you can literally firsthand compare, right? Maybe how you like how they used to be, and then after this transformation, what they have. I'm hearing what they grew into. Interesting. I truly feel like the butterfly is actually um excuse me, my tear. So I truly feel like this butterfly is actually truly coming to their full potential. Like, this person, after this transformation, they will actually truly understand what they're capable of doing, because the theme is truly changing. They're going from a place of fear to a place of love, and love can heal, love can truly move mountains, and there is something beautiful happening to your future spouse. Okay? Even if it doesn't look like it right now, the results will speak for itself. But this is something that your future spouse will tell you, because I'm just the messenger in here, and I'm looking from their energy, I'm looking from their perspective, and I see that this person will be so, so grateful for this period in their life and what it has opened up, you know, what it has opened up in their life. Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness. So we're starting off, my dear pile two, pretty, pretty, pretty intense, as you have seen. I just drank some water. Please feel free to also drink or eat something while you're watching. All right, now let's move into the next category, so to speak, and it's all about this person's personality. Let's look into more characteristics or traits that they have, basically who they are, right? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Can we get a little bit more information about that? For my beautiful pile two, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? The first card we have is the Strength card. My goodness. The Fool card. The Temperance card. The Five of Wands. Page of Swords. Ace of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Eight of Cups. At the back of the deck, my dear pile 2, we have the Nine of Cups. All right, okay. Excuse the lightning. I think it's mirroring here a little bit, or shining through a lot. But let's continue now, my dear. Let's see, let's see. What else can we get about who your future spouse is? The first thing, my dear, I would like to start with, and this is like such a random message, but it's coming through pretty strongly, and it's that your future spouse is someone who loves competition. Like, some people don't really like competition. They don't like the kind of energy it brings out. It's just not their cup of tea. And others are the complete opposite. They like it. They like to compete, and they like kind of the fire it awakens in them. And I mean, people are different. None of it is right or wrong. It's just a preference. But when it comes to your future spouse, I would say they're definitely the latter. Like, they are someone who enjoys competing, and I feel like it's all about the challenge. It's also, it kind of challenges themselves to be better in their performance, or whatever it may be that they're competing in here. Of course, it depends on the situation, but I definitely feel like this is someone who has love fire. And it's very interesting because with the destroyer archetype, I mean, let me show you guys. Like, we had this incredible picture, right? And all, I mean, just look at it, like this explosion here, right? And this was also like such a intense card and such a fiery card, and I truly feel like your future spouse has a lot of passion, my dear pile 2. It's just who they are, and it has nothing to do with their zodiac sign. That's not what I'm referring to. It's just their energy. I mean, of course, for some, it could be the case that they are a fire sign, or I'm also hearing Scorpio, but it doesn't have to, of course. But what I truly feel like for you is that whatever this person does, whatever they start, I'm hearing they're lightening it up, they burn in what they're doing, in a positive way. They're truly so vibrant, so energetic, and this is something that you will, I feel like, love about your future spouse. No matter how you are, whether you're the same or you're the complete opposite, you're more so like in the calm and grounded energy. But I truly feel like your future spouse's energy, you're gonna enjoy it a lot, because this fire, this passion is also, of course, gonna influence your guys' relationship, and you will enjoy it a lot if you understand what I mean. This is like a very passionate lover, a very passionate partner, and yeah, they're good with the spicy stuff. That's for sure. Another thing, my dear, and this is actually a message that goes a little bit hand in hand with the archetype card, the way it's coming through. I truly feel like your future spouse is very easy when it comes to releasing. Now, what do I mean by that? People are different, right? Some people may have an easier time when it comes to releasing energy, or moving on from certain things than other people. And your future spouse is the kind of person who, for them, it is easy for them to move on. If a situation ends, or if there's something in their life that's not good for them, they're easily cutting it off. They're not just gonna maybe tolerate it longer than they need, but they actually gonna be very quick to act, very quick to cut it off, to close the door to it. It just seems like this person, they have their greatest intention, right, in their mind. Like, they only want the best for themselves, And if something is not good for their well-being, I'm hearing, why should I tolerate it, or why should I keep entertaining it? Why should I waste my energy on it? That's another thing I heard. So yeah, this person is very quick to act, and if something is not good for them, like the Eight of Cups, right? They will go. They're letting go, they're moving on, they're releasing. That's also why maybe I feel like when it comes to this destroyer archetype, it's something they're welcoming, because this person understands that sitting on the old is not a good thing, if it's not good for you. Now, even if change sometimes feels a little bit uncertain, if it's better than the old, then of course, we have to embrace it. And that's just a part of their personality in general. This is not someone who um, goes with something that is not good for them just because they don't want to change anything, or just because it's convenient. No, they're welcoming change. That's for sure, yeah. Another thing I find very interesting here is that, okay, I feel like your future spouse is someone who's very courageous, like generally speaking. And maybe their courageous heart is also bringing them a lot of strength when it comes to this process. But I truly feel like your future spouse looks at stuff from a higher perspective, my dear. So, even if something. One second, I'm receiving a message. Okay, yeah. I feel like this person is someone who, and this is exactly what I heard. I heard they are the bravest in their community, or like in their inner circle. It seems like this person truly is, yeah, very courageous. And your future spouse could be the one taking certain decisions that other people are not risking, or other people are not brave enough to do. But I'm hearing decisions which will lead to your freedom, like decisions that will make or improve your life. So, this person, when we talk about their personality, um, they will stand up for what is right to them. They will do it courageously. They're not scared of things that, may hinder others. They will still go the path. They will not allow fear to um, hold them back from what they could have, how they could be, whatever the situation may be. But wow, yeah, I would say a risk taker. But a risk taker with, I'm hearing with an intelligent mind, in the sense that they're not just taking a risk just because, but I'm hearing they have a plan, and when they choose to go a path, they will go all the way. Yeah, this person is definitely very intelligent. Hmm. I feel like this person sees a lot of things that other people don't see, in the sense that they are willing to take different perspectives. They're not cut in their own ways, but like, excuse me, stuck in their own ways, but like, they they are very welcoming when it comes to different perspective views and stuff like that. And from that, they're gonna decide for themselves. They're gonna make their own opinion, but they're very open to all kinds of different opinions to see the bigger picture. This is a very open-minded individual, but very intelligent as well, very smart. Yeah, there is definitely a new journey opening up to them. Hmm. The Fool card is showing that the Ace also, and the Ace of Swords, Aces are new beginnings. And the Fool card is literally the number 0, right? Like a reset kind of energy, and a new journey is ahead, a new journey begins. Yeah, and like the Fool, they're trusting, they're trusting the journey. Sometimes you have to have trust when you go through certain things, through processes of change or transformation, especially if they're a little bit challenging. Having trust in it can actually be very nurturing, and also it can bring you a lot of hope. And hope can be something very powerful, right? Okay, what I find very interesting is that this transformation will also actually, it will bring a more balanced, okay, yeah, it will bring out a more balanced version of them I'm seeing here. And especially I'm being shown the feminine and masculine energy. Now, it is very important to say, first of all, this is not gender specific. It doesn't matter who they are. And secondly, we have both energies within us. Like, you can take the most masculine looking man or whoever, and they have feminine energy in them, or you can take a very feminine looking person and they also have a lot of masculine energy in them. Like, we tend to unfortunately look one dimensional at something, or we think, okay, these things, like, these are feminine and these are masculine, but we have both energies. We have this duality within us, and it is very important for us to find a balance, because I mean, just look at our world and there's a true disbalance in the feminine and masculine energy. The masculine energy is very high, the feminine has been very oppressed even, and our world looks also the way it looks today, right? But balance is so important. Balance is a part of nature, and we as well, we have to find this balance also. And I truly feel like, my dear pile 2, in this process of transformation, your future spouse is coming out more balanced in their masculine and in their feminine energy. And it's going to be a very, very, very important step in their journey. I see them being much more peaceful. I see them being much more, like, honestly happier. And even spiritually speaking, it will trigger something. I'm hearing it will make them feel more free, but at the same time, it will also show them who they really are. Yeah, again, this element of discovering who you truly are, putting down all the layers that you thought you were, but actually were coming from maybe an outside influence, or from fear, or from whatever perception was put into your mind. But no, putting all these things aside and truly looking into, who am I? Like, truly, my true essence. And this is what your future spouse is coming closer to in a conscious way, is what I mean. And yeah, you see this tower energy, this tower moment, what it's happening, right? What it is triggering. It's not just about being destructive, but it's also, yeah, it's destroying the old you, but it's also creating a new one. And that's what's happening with your, yeah, with your future spouse here. And this is who they're becoming. And this is, once again, not gender specific, but this beautiful card, look at it. The sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, and in the power, radiant. Wow, it's incredible. What an energy. Wow. All right. Now let's go to the next category, which is all about your guys' dating phase. So let's see, my dear, what do you need to know about dating this person, dating each other, the dating phase of you guys' relationship? Let's see, let's see. For my beautiful pile 2, your dating phase together. All right. All right, no, too many cards. I'm only gonna take up to 2 cards, but not more than that. My goodness, many. For my beautiful pile 2, the first card we have is the Magician card, the Queen of Wands, the 5 of Swords, ooh, the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Wands, and let's get you guys one last card. All right, and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting, we have 2 aces here together. And at the back of the deck, the Justice card. Okay, let me put it like this. Okay. All right, so my beautiful pile 2. What do you need to know about the dating phase with your future spouse? The first thing I would like to say here is that I truly feel like both of you guys are gonna be mutually interested in each other. So it's not like one person is interested in the other person, but the other person is not. But may give it a try, because hey, maybe something is gonna work out, work out of this. But no, that's not what I'm getting. I truly feel like both of you guys are coming together and you're interested in the other person, you know? You truly want to date each other. You truly see potential in each other, and of course, in the potential relationship together. And one thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to emphasize here is that, okay, this theme is not leaving us alone. Now, I talked about passion and fire that your future spouse has, right? And it's also coming through here. So I truly feel like, my dear pal, to get ready, because there is gonna be a lot of chemistry between you guys, and especially in the dating phase where, you know, it's gonna feel so exciting getting to know another person. I want to say that the fire between you guys is gonna be on, and that the physical attraction is also gonna be very high. So there's gonna be a lot of temptation, if you understand what I mean. Of course, at the end of the day, it is your decision, but this is something that I see here. It's almost like none of you guys can deny the physical attraction that they feel for the other. So, yeah, a lot of sparks here, that's for sure. Chemistry, sparks, intensity. Let me tell you that for sure. And yeah, I see for some of you guys, you're gonna give in and you're gonna explore the physical connection together. For others, I feel like you're gonna not do it. You're gonna try to put it aside, because this is something you're maybe serious about, and you just don't want to, you don't want the fire and all come in the way of the I'm hearing a firm foundation that you want to build in this relationship. So it's something very personal. Some of you guys may give in, others may want to take the physical connection slow here. But regardless, it is very intense, and throughout the dating phase, both of you guys will feel it, and this is why it's coming through so strongly already in the beginning. But intense is actually a great word to use. I feel like this connection, my dear, in many different ways is very intense. There is a lot of intensity also within this person, and yeah, a very explosive energy, I would say, which makes a lot of sense with the destroyer archetype that we got earlier, right? Now, another thing I would like to say here regarding the dating phase is that, my dear, I truly feel like very early on, both of you guys, you know where the relationship is heading towards, or no, let me put it that way. You guys are gonna let the other person know what it is that you're looking for, and I feel like it's a very mutual energy. We have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands is the card of marriage, right? It's the card also of relationships and also commitment. And I feel like this is something that you're gonna make clear pretty early on in the dating phase, that this is why you're here, this is what you want, and yeah, you want to see whether this person is on the same level regarding what they want as you. And I truly feel like, I mean, this is your future spouse, right? I feel like both of you guys are gonna looking, yeah, you're gonna look for the same thing, and marriage is definitely something which is on both of you guys' minds, something that both of you guys are looking for, and you're gonna make this kind of the goal. And of course, then you're gonna explore whether this is the right person for you or not. But I truly feel like you guys you're gonna see early on that this is the one for you, or this is the future spouse for you. Maybe it's an intuitive knowing, maybe it's just the way this person is. They are the kind of partner that you would like to have as a spouse, but you're gonna get a lot of, I would say, positive feedback from dating this person. Regarding the speed of the dating phase, it was very interesting. For Pal 1, I didn't get any message regarding that, but for you guys, I do. I feel like it's a very fast moving dating phase. So it may not be that long because your connection is building up very fast, and I do feel like, as I said, you're gonna know pretty fast that this is the one for you and that you are the one for them. So the dating phase will not take that long, honestly. And I feel like the way the dating phase is with you guys, it's a very comfortable one. It's not so much you going out of your comfort zone, but you feeling very safe and secure. So it could be the case that the things you do in your dates could be very cozy or very comfortable. You're gonna feel very good and very, I would say, safe. Also, of course, safe around this person, right? It just seems like you can take it, you can let loose. Sometimes when we are maybe interested in someone, right, we feel like, oh my goodness, like I have to impress this person, I have to pretend I'm a certain way to maybe be liked by them, or maybe you think this person likes something and you're trying to come close to that. with this energy, it is really all about being your authentic self. And I feel like this is also a great reason why we're getting this comfortable energy coming from you. You're not stressing around, you're not trying to play a role or do something just so the other person can like it. You're really coming through here as who you are, and you're not stressing around about it. And this person is very supportive of that. Both of you guys are meeting each other like eye to eye in a very mutual way. You're both encouraging the other person and their authentic self to come through, right? And I feel like it's just truly, it's a very healing kind of dating phase. Like, um you're gonna feel like you're seen and heard for who you are, and not for who you're pretending to be just to be liked. And I feel like, my dear pal, too, you're gonna feel in your element. There is also something that you're gonna share with this person, and you're gonna um, thrive in it. So maybe it's a hobby or something, a talent that you have, and it could even be something that you actually don't show that fast to another person. But you're gonna feel very comfortable with this person, and you're gonna show that side of yours, and it's gonna be very healing and very freeing, is what I'm hearing as well. It's kind of like the superficial energy. It doesn't have a room in this I'm hearing pair, in this couple. This is not a superficial relationship, but this is truly a very genuine one. You're being loved for who you are, not for who you're pretending to be. And isn't that something everyone wants? Everyone wants to be loved for who they are, right? And not the role they're playing, not the person they think they have to be in order to be loved, but just truly who you are. And this is where the healing is coming from, because it can be a very healing thing, right? In a world where we always think we have to be this or that, we have to act this way or act that way. Like, our true essence can drown, right? And when we're constantly wearing a mask, we're oppressing our true self. Okay, another message, my dear pal, too, is very interesting. What I'm getting is that throughout this dating phase, something is going to happen in which you're going to need help. And something which may even stress you out a little bit. It doesn't have to be something big or significant. Let's just say, very simple. Let's just say you have some problem with your car, or maybe you're studying, for some of you guys, and there is something you don't understand. This can be something like that, whatever may apply to you. But this person, your future spouse, will help you out with it, and it will mean a lot to you, and it will make you feel very supported. And this will, yeah, be very significant to both of you guys. I'm hearing it will give you a certain confirmation regarding this person. This is gonna be a dating phase in which I'm hearing you're gonna feel treated the way you deserve to be treated. Maybe in the past you dated people and they weren't really, I'm hearing there, or they were, for some reason, I'm hearing weird. Whatever this is supposed to mean, it's like a very big word. It can be something very personal to a lot of different people. But maybe you felt like the way you were treated was actually unfair, or you came across people who weren't really there for you, but with other intentions. With this person, you're finding this balance, I'm hearing, that you were craving for in a partner. And you're gonna see this balance, this beautiful play between the energies between you guys as well. Yeah, this could refer to the feminine and masculine energy, right? Maybe you feel like there is a beautiful balance between one of you guys embodying the masculine, divine masculine, and the other embodying the divine feminine. Yeah, could be. Okay, this is all I am receiving regarding the dating phase. Now, my dear, I have another very, very interesting question, which is all about what will others think of your guys' union or your relationship. Let's look into that, excuse me. And after this question, we're gonna also dive into your candle wax reading. But first, let's see, for my beautiful pal 2, what will other people think of your union, of your relationship? Let's see. For my dear pile 2, oh my goodness. The first card is the Moon card. We have the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the Emperor, the Justice card again, right, the 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and one last card, please, and the Judgment card. All right. At the back of the deck, we have the King of Wands. All right. Okay, so for my beautiful pile 2, what do you need to know about the question? What will others think of your union, of your relationship? The first thing, my dear pal 2, I would like to say, and it's very interesting because I got a similar message in pal 1, and it makes me think that this is actually something which maybe a lot of people are doing collectively, and it's that it could be the case that in the beginning, actually, you're going to keep this relationship a secret, or maybe it's going to take a while till you actually let other people know about your union, about your relationship. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there can be a lot of different reasons for that. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's actually to protect their energy. You know, the world is going crazy in many different ways, and the energies are very crazy, and it can be very draining. And we are all feeling that we have to take care of our energy and we have to protect our energy. And sometimes when we keep something as a secret or something hidden, we're kind of protecting it as well from the potential energies that could go for it, you know. And I feel like you and your future spouse are doing something very similar. Of course, it depends. I mean, for some of you guys, it could also be a cultural thing. Maybe um, you have your own reason as for why you will not share it at first. But whatever reason it may be, I feel like this is something that both of you guys will decide together. And both of you guys will think that it's the right thing to do. And yeah, it may actually take a while till other people get to know that. And if they do, like when they do, excuse me, it may actually come off as a surprise because for some of you guys, maybe you were really good at keeping it a secret and certain people around you weren't expecting it at all. But of course, as I said, it's your decision, it is your free will. You have the right to go about the things you want, however you want to, right? And I feel like when people get to know your future spouse, they're actually gonna see very early on that this is a very great match to you. Now, there is another message which is very dominant, and it's that for some of you guys, the reason why you are holding this a secret could be because you have certain people around you that are a little bit sneaky, or um, they're just they should not be in your business, but they are maybe very negative, and I'm hearing they may even have no boundaries. So you don't want to give people access to your energy. Like also with the Seven of Swords being here, the Seven of Swords is a very it can be a very sneaky kind of energy. I mean, just look at the illustration. This looks like someone who is actually taking down ravens, right? And then they have this knife, and it looks like they're trying to act in the hidden, not being caught and stuff like that. And I just feel like maybe you have, or maybe your future spouse has certain people in their lives that represent this kind of energy. And you just don't want these people to, yeah, have any right to influence your guys' relationship, or to I'm hearing step on your boundaries. So maybe this is why you're thinking very carefully about who actually can be a part of your guys and your lives and who cannot. And it can even be the case that after this, after you guys come out with your relationship and all that, you will even release certain people from your life because you don't want them to be a part of your future anymore. Yeah. Another thing, my dear pile, too, regarding the question what others will think about your union or your relationship, and this is a very funny message because it reminds me of the previous messages we got, which is all about this fairness, which is in your guys' relationship. And this is something people will also see. They will feel like this is a very fair and a very supportive relationship, and they will have a lot of respect for that. People see that both of you guys genuinely want the best for each other. And honestly, you guys, people are also gonna see your future spouse and how passionate they are towards you. We just cannot get rid of this of this energy. Like, it's coming through in every single spread. The passion that your future spouse embodies is truly speaking for itself, and yeah, people are aware of it. So your future spouse could be very open when it comes to showing their affection and their love for you. And of course, it's gonna speak for itself, and people are gonna see how much this person cares about you, how much they love you. And I'm seeing a lot of people like chuckling and giggling. So this could be something like a reaction to people, excuse me, a reaction from people when they see you and your future spouse interacting. And I'm hearing a very cute couple. So this could be something or a way that you guys are being perceived by others. And another thing regarding what others will think about your union, about your relationship, what I'm hearing is that they will think that this is a very secure relationship. This is a very like a relationship which is built on very firm foundation. Both of you guys are very serious about this, and this is like real commitment is what I'm hearing. People will not doubt it. All right, so this is all I'm receiving. Now, my dear, let's start with your candle wax reading. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring your bowl and your candle. I will be right back. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading. Now, as you can see, I have your bowl right here and your candle. So let's start. Let me light up your candle really quick. All right. Okay, so for my beautiful pile 2, as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what messages we can get for you regarding the question who you will marry, who your future spouse is. Any messages that are meant for you are welcomed. Let's see, let's see. Okay, interesting. The first message, my dear pile 2, I'm hearing the heartbreak and the stagnation is coming to an end. This could refer maybe to someone's current situation, but it can also talk about, well, you and your future spouse, that if you have felt stagnant a little bit, or if your life has felt stagnant, I feel like there's a lot of movement coming in, you know. And what I also find very interesting is this aspect of heartbreak that came through. And I feel like for someone, maybe through the experiences that you've done in the past, it was almost like you have felt like love has always been connected to heartbreak, because maybe the times that you loved in the past, your heart was always broken, or you always found yourself in a situation in which there was love disappointment. And the energies are saying love doesn't go hand in hand with heartbreak. The people who are not meant for us do. And I come back to the message that I got earlier, which was all about, I feel like you're gonna know, you're gonna know that this person is the one for you when you meet your future spouse. When you're gonna date them, you're gonna very early on, call it intuition, call it a feeling, but you're just gonna feel like this is the right person for you. And I'm hearing there's no place for a heartbreak with the right person. I see someone playing an instrument, kind of playing for another person, you know. This could be you guys. Maybe you can play an instrument, or maybe your future spouse can. And it's kind of like you're holding a like a small concert for the other person, you know. This is very cute. And this actually brings me back to the fact that, you know, with the right person, you want to share good things together, right? Good memories, good energy. And I truly feel like, my dear pile, too, there's so much positive energy that you are sharing with your future spouse, and they are sharing with you. You know, it's a give and take. And this is definitely the kind of, I would say, relationship in which you want the best for each other. I'm seeing, okay, your mind will also expand. I feel like there is something that your future spouse may actually teach you. That's interesting. Yeah, something this person will teach you, which will allow you to also expand your own horizon in a very positive way, for sure. I'm hearing, oh, this is sweet. I'm hearing your future spouse is, I'm hearing they're gonna give you the space that you need to dream and to thrive. Now, this is a very interesting message. I feel like, my dear pal, too, maybe you're someone who truly needs their time for themselves as well. You know, of course, you love to be in a connection. Of course, you love to be with a partner, but it's also okay to want our own, like, free time as well, right? And I feel like you're maybe someone who loves to have their me time, and your future spouse is totally understanding when it comes to that. And I found it very interesting that, you know, there was this element of dreaming, of being a dreamer. So maybe this is something that you are. Maybe you love to dream. You love to yeah. I'm hearing keep the magic alive. You have a very playful side to yourself, and it is very important for you that in this connection, this playful side of yours also has room. The dreamer in you also have room, you know, and your future spouse is going to be very understanding regarding that. Okay, I also saw, you guys, two people traveling by car, or it could even be like a van, you know. So this could actually be something you guys do. Maybe you're gonna explore a little bit and you're gonna travel. um yeah, maybe traveling is gonna be something you guys are gonna mutually love, and you will do together a lot. And yes, I did see like a car or van emphasized, so this could also be significant to someone here, but that's what I'm getting. All right, my dear pal 2, this is all I have for you guys for today. I am not receiving any more messages. Now, if you would like to claim this energy for yourself, claim this reading, let's go with a flower emoji. Drop any flower emoji of your choice in the comment section below if you would like to claim this reading for yourself. As always, my dear, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. And if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse. Now, my dear, as I already explained in the introduction, there are different categories that I would like to go through for you guys. And the first one is the archetype of your future spouse. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it, that's totally fine. And what I would like to do is, I want to know right now, what energy is your future spouse in? What's happening in their life? What archetype represents your person at this time the best? And their energy and all that. And for that, I'm gonna use the archetype oracle cards. So yeah, let's dive straight into the reading. By the way, if you haven't, now is the time for you to get yourself something to drink or something to eat, get cozy. And yeah, so let's see for my beautiful pile 3. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Can we get an archetype for them, please? What's happening? Let's see. My goodness, too many. I just want one, please. All right, and we have the child orphan. And the card says independence based on learning to go it alone. Conquering fear over surviving. Of surviving. Okay. Wow, this is a very strong card because there are a lot of different energies in it. Okay. The first thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to say is, I feel like your future spouse is right now going through a time in their life in which they could be a hermit a little bit. It could be a time in which they feel like they need to spend time by themselves. They could even isolate themselves a little bit. It seems like it's a very important time, okay? Because I feel like there is a purpose in it. I feel like your future spouse will come out of this phase in their life a little bit changed, and they will understand themselves and their life and where they're heading towards and all that much better. And sometimes we may actually need times like that, especially if we're living in a environment in which there is so much distraction, so much noise. We don't have a lot of time for ourselves, to connect with ourselves. There is just so much in the outside that's kind of demanding our attention, our energy. In situations like that, it can be so nurturing and even so necessary for us to take a moment, take a break, step down a little bit, and really dedicate ourselves just to ourselves, right? I mean, our time, our energy. There are so many things that we just we just give our energy away like that. But sometimes we may forget how important it is for us to also nurture ourselves and think about ourselves, right? And every now and then, reflection can be something very crucial or something very precious, because sometimes, I mean, life feels like a like a train, right? Like sometimes we're just a passenger and we're just going, and we may even forget what destination it is that we wanted to actually go to. We're just on the train and we're just going with it. Well, sometimes it can be actually very good if we pause for a second and we think about again. Well, the path I'm going, is it actually still what I want? The kind of people I have around me, the kind of life I'm living, is it actually making me happy, or is it actually authentic to what it is that I want in this lifetime? I mean, reflection is very, very important, and I definitely would invite everyone to take some time, and think about their path and whether it's still resonating with them. And I truly feel like, my dear pal 3, this time for your future spouse, that's exactly what they're doing. And I feel like yeah, they're actually learning a lot through being by themselves. Like sometimes, for example, some people may think they always need a partner, right? Like, for example, someone may not be able to ever be single because they feel like, no, like if one relationship ends, I'm gonna go to the next one. They don't really spend any time, single, to reflect on the previous connection and, digest kind of what happened, but instead they just jump to the next one. And this kind of reflection is actually very important, because sometimes we take certain patterns with us from one relationship to the other. And what I truly feel like is that we have forgotten how, honestly, the privilege, in a way, the privilege that means being by yourself for some time and really exploring, exploring yourself, exploring your life, understanding. And this is exactly what I'm seeing this person doing here. So maybe this person was the same. Maybe they thought, okay, I always have to be, let's go back to the relationship example, right? I always have to be in a relationship. Well, maybe this time off actually has taught them a lot about the patterns and the kind of partners they always went for, and actually that these partners weren't really suitable for them. And sometimes it truly takes us just sitting in a silence to, yeah, to be able to hear again, if you understand what I mean. And this is what I'm seeing this person doing. So they're learning a lot. They're learning a lot about themselves, about the past, about different, I would say, behavior and like patterns that they have. And it's bringing them a lot of clarity, that's for sure. And this is, my dear, why I am saying I truly feel like this is such a important time for this person, because it's kind of like one of those life phases that can turn things around for you, that can change things for you. Every one of us may have gone through a time in which, like, after this phase, we were never the same. And I mean it now in a positive way. Of course, we also have those very tragic things happening that influence us negatively. But what I'm referring to here is a very positive influence. And I feel like your future spouse in this time is actually conquering, or is actually winning over certain fears that they have. Certain fears that have, yeah, that could have actually influenced them a lot, their life, and so on. And this person, they're learning to understand their fear. And sometimes the fears that we have from afar, they can look, well, very scary, right? But once we come close to them, once we look at them, we understand them. We may actually understand that there are just it's just a lot of lies that we think may happen, or that we're scared of. But these worries are actually not valid, or they're actually non-existent. It's just in our mind. And I feel like your future spouse is coming to that conclusion that a lot of fears that they may have had, and even subconsciously to an extent controlled their life, they're breaking free from them because it's draining their life force away. I mean, everyone who has been in these kind of cycles may know how draining it is, right? When we're living in fear. And of course, it's low vibrational, very, very low vibrational. And yeah, as you can see, there is something very major happening here. And another thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to mention here is that I really feel like your future spouse's inner child or their childhood is also playing a role here. Now, it could be the case that through this time they're going right now, they're actually doing some inner child healing, and this inner child journey is actually very, very crucial at this time. And a lot of fears that they have actually comes from when they were younger, or it's attached to it. And I feel like this person is getting, yeah, they're kind of becoming aware of this, of those patterns and of those, I would say, connections. Like sometimes we may have a certain fear that we absolutely don't understand. Like it just seems to come out of the blue. But sometimes when we really dive into it, we may actually find that these fears are somehow connected to very early experiences we've done, right, as children and so on. And this person is experiencing something very similar. But one thing I can tell you guys is that what's very important in here is this person is reconnecting with themselves on a very deep level. And this solitude is much, much needed. Sometimes human beings may be a little bit scared of solitude because, I mean, we are like social beings, right? And of course, like we need that, or the majority of people need that. And there is no doubt about that. However, sometimes being by ourselves is just as important as, having the right people around us. And this person is, yeah, diving really deep into that. And it's very healing. Your future spouse, my dear pile 3, is right now going through a healing journey. Now, of course, it depends on your situation. For some of you guys, maybe you have already met your future spouse. For others, maybe you haven't. But especially for those of you guys who have met them and you feel like this person is maybe distancing themselves a little bit, or maybe communication is not as solid as it used to be, understand that it has a lot to do with this journey they're on right now. It's not that they don't want to hold contact with you, but it's just that, yeah, they need this time and they are healing, and right now the person that needs their attention the most is themselves. So this is just some clarification. If for some of you guys you already know this person and you feel like they're isolating themselves a little bit, it is not because of you or because of your relationship, your connection, or whatever. No, this is really about them. This is something they do for themselves. They're creating the space that they need to come out of this situation victorious. And most importantly, a better version. This is for their well-being. Another thing, I feel like this person is also giving themselves space for their imagination. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. We're living in a world in which we're kind of being pushed towards being more so like in the mind, right? And when I say in the mind, I mean like look at the world from a very logical perspective, not so much like imagination, but it really has to be cold facts, and it has to be yeah, very strict and stuff like that, right? I hope you guys understand what I mean. And sometimes the kind of like this kind of world, it may not have that much space for people who are not so much like in the logic, but more so in the creative energy, you know? People who are more so creating from a heart space, or people who allow their mind to wander beyond the earthy facts, but also just explore and open up to a lot of different possibilities, not just one possibility that is, you know, advertised on a high, like on a big scale. And I really feel like this person is kind of coming back to this imagination. You know, if they were someone who mostly was in the logical mind, I feel like they're reconnecting with their creative energy, especially once again connected to their inner child. I mean, if we think about children, they in their younger years, they don't really care about I mean, of course they have this thirst for knowledge, which is a beautiful thing, right? But for them, the world is not black and white. The world is colorful, and they want to explore that. They want to allow their imagination to run and to explore, and everything is possible, right? There are like so many different creative ways in which they like to express themselves, not just through the logical mind. And this is the kind of energy I see happening for your future spouse here as well. They are getting more creative, they are exploring and doing a lot of different things, even things that they may have never tried out before. And I see them really thriving in that, you know. I really feel like this person is enjoying themselves, and yeah, they're giving off like, I would say an adventurer, like explorer kind of energy. Yeah. There is nothing more powerful than a person who knows themselves, and a person who is not scared of being alone. And this is really the kind of energy this person right now is, yeah, in. And it's all connected to their healing journey. It is very, very crucial in this person's life right now. All right, so we got quite a lot of messages, right? Only from this one card. Now, I would like to go to the next category, my dear pal 3, which is all about, well, more information about your future spouse, right? In particular, I would like to see or look into more traits, characteristics, like more into this person's personality and what else you should know about them. So, yeah, let's dive into that. For my beautiful pile 3, what else do you need to know about your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For my beautiful pal 3. Okay, I'm only gonna take, by the way, up to 2 cards, not more than that. So the first card we have is the Nine of Swords. We have the Strength card. All right. The Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Two of Wands. The Fool card, and let's get you guys one last card. All right, and the Two of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. By the way, you guys, please excuse the lightning here. I know it's like, it looks a little bit weird. I moved the lights a little bit, so I will correct that after the reading. Okay, so let's start now, my dear. What else do you need to know about your future spouse? Okay. the first thing, I really feel like, my dear pal 3, your future spouse is someone who is very good at finding like solutions. This is someone who's very good at coming up with, I would say, answers to different questions. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's just say this person finds themselves in a situation that seems a little bit challenging, or let's just say someone they know is going through something and they don't really know how to navigate through it or what to do about it. I really feel like this person, your future spouse, could be someone who's very good at finding solutions. So, this person, it could very well be the case that a lot of people approach them. Now, for some of you guys, it could literally also be connected to their actual career. Maybe that's something they do for a living, but that's not necessarily something I see. It's more so about, I would say, like personal life, but of course, take it how it resonates. So, as I was saying, I feel like it could even be the case that people approach this person, like in their personal life, like friends, family, and stuff, to get some advice or some guidance regarding a situation, because a lot of people seem to have trust in this person and their judgment, in their way of thinking, or I would say how they go about things, how they go about decisions. And yeah, I do feel like this person could have helped out people big time. Maybe one of their friends approached them with a problem and they didn't really know what to do. And this person came through with very good help, and that's kind of where I would say they got this reputation of being a great like advisor, even like on a personal level, not necessarily career wise, but just yeah, in their like inner circle or in their community even. I also feel like for you, my dear pal 3, this is someone who doesn't allow negativity or certain tough situations to put them down too much. I mean, of course, if you're going through a challenging time, it influences your energy, right? It influences you. It doesn't leave you cold. Like, you, of course, may feel down a little bit through it, but it is really all about like how we react and how we like the actions we take, right? How far we allow something to influence us, how much, right? And how long as well. And I feel like your future spouse is someone who, first of all, is very good at reacting or acting in stressful or pressured situation. This person can have a cool mind, like they know how to keep cool, kind of keep calm, even if very stressful situations. And I feel like this is someone who, if they go through a situation in which life doesn't go smoothly, they understand that it's just temporary, and that the storm that's happening around them will not always be there. So they're very good at being patient regarding that, and navigating with a calm mind. Even when someone around them is going through tough time, this person may be able to find the right encouraging words, or the right motivation for the other person to stay hopeful. This is an optimist. This is an optimist even in situations in which people may have a very hard time finding anything optimistic in. But for this person, hope is very, very important, because life without hope can look very very, very dark. And hope is something that is so, so important for our spirit, and this person takes it very serious. I really feel like this is very strong individual. Like strength can be something on very like a lot of like multiple levels. Of course, a lot of people when they think about strength, they may first think about like physical strength, right? And yes, that's definitely an expression of what strength means, but there is more to it. There are a lot of different layers to it. And a lot like another way that strength expresses itself is like in the strength of character, right? Or how strong a person is on a inner level, you know. Like a lot of people may have experienced a lot of different things, but they didn't allow those negative experiences to break them or to influence them in a very big way. Like they moved on, they never gave up. Like this is such a like incredible expression of strength. Like um the strength of a person's spirit, right? There is like so much to that as well. And truly feel like, my dear pal 3, your future spouse is someone who's strong like that. Life hasn't always been easy for this person. I mean, I don't know a person who had a smooth life. Like, it's just a part of life, right? The challenges we're going through, ups and downs, and all that. But coming back to your future spouse, I truly feel like this person is someone who the strength that they have is internal, and it's something that they had to build. Life forced them to build this kind of strength. But I truly feel like this person is very grateful for it because I'm hearing it has made them unstoppable. The way they go through life now is in a very confident way. They know that nothing can break them because they're stronger, you know, they're stronger than that. And honestly, a lot of this strength comes from a place of love towards themselves. Like when we love ourselves, we may look at different experiences differently as well, right? And I feel like self-love has been a big motivation in this person's life. For example, to push through something, to not give up because they knew that you know, they deserved better, or they had a certain goal in mind that they knew was was important to them, and they wanted to do something good for themselves. This is someone who has a great relationship with the person that they are. And you know, I spoke about earlier with the archetype card, right? About this healing journey that this person may be on right now. This healing journey, we already saw that it is connected to their inner child as well. And I feel like it's also connected to their self love journey. Self love is also very crucial at this time. I feel like after this phase that this person is in right now, they will actually come to a conclusion regarding what it is that they want, like what path it is that they want to go to now. And this person, they, I'm hearing they're doing the right thing for themselves because they're listening to their heart. I feel like this person could have done certain decisions in the past. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, they're listening to their heart more and more. That's what I'm getting. This is so sweet. Look at the Six of Cups here. we can literally see the same person, but in this and also this cute dog. But here we can see this person when they were a child, and this uh, little dog was also a puppy, and then they grew up together, kind of, right? And this reminds me of the inner child energy that we received earlier. I feel like this person now, they're connecting with this little person that they used to be. And yeah, I'm hearing once again, it's nurturing for the soul, it's nurturing for our heart space. It actually opens our heart space up, especially if we have more so lived in the mind. It reminds us how important it is for us to also connect with the heart. And I mean, if we look at how important the heart is also becoming on a scientific level, right? It's amazing how, like some people even say, like the second brain, right? It's incredible. Emotions are power. Love is power, and this is something this person is understanding. And this love is also the self-love that can transform. Another thing, my dear pal 3, I feel like your future spouse is someone who's very versatile. They have done a lot of different things in their life. Like, for example, if we look at like their job or their career, they could have done a lot of things regarding work, you know, and they have built like a lot of experiences. They can do a lot of different things. But also, like on a personal level, this person could be able to dive into a lot of different topics and have a lot of understanding for it. Yeah, very versatile person here. And one thing I would also like to say, my dear pile 3, is that this person has a lot of love to give. They truly are a very loving person. This is someone who cares. This is someone who um, they have deep connections. It's not superficial. They truly want to have yeah, heart connections here. And this is a great lover. This person has a lot of love to give, and they're also capable of receiving love. And this is also a team player. This is someone who's very good in a team. So just because this person right now is going into solitude because of, you know, the necessary like environment they need to create for this healing journey, just because of that doesn't mean that this person doesn't like to be surrounded by people, or they're not capable of working in a team. Absolutely not. This is a very social person. This is someone who can work very well with people. And what they're doing right now is important for, I'm hearing, to reconnect, to get back to themselves, right? Once again, throwing the noise away, the distraction away, and just really focusing on you. But a very, very generous person, generally speaking, here. That's another thing I'm getting. All right, so the next thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to look into is the dating phase. Let's see, my dear, let's see. How is the dating phase going with you guys? dating in general. Okay, what do you need to know about it? I mean, there are a lot of different insights we can get about that, also about how or who is going to pursue who, how, and so on. So I think it's a very interesting one. So let's start with that. For my beautiful pile 3, what do you need to know about the dating phase with your future spouse? Let's see. All right. What do you need to know about the who? Okay, the first card we have is the Temperance card. We also have the 3 of Cups. Too many. The King of Cups. Oh my goodness. The 2 of Cups, and we also have the Knight of Cups here. A lot of Cups energy. And this is so funny, you guys. Look at that. On every single illustration, we have cups. All right, the full card. The Ace of Cups, of course. And let's see. And the 3 of Wands. And at the back of the deck, let me put it like this. Oh my goodness, because the cards, they fall. I'm just gonna put this here. Okay. All right, so for my beautiful pile 3, what do you need to know about the dating phase with your future spouse? All right, I will start with this. I need to emphasize that during the dating phase, your guys' emotions are gonna run high. I truly feel like you're gonna fall in love with each other before dating. Like, this could be a love at first sight kind of situation. Of course, as always, take it how it resonates. I know not everyone believes in it, but honestly, I really feel like you guys are gonna hit it off like pretty quickly. Like, there's gonna be a connection. You guys will meet each other and you will recognize it. You will not be able to deny it. Maybe it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to understand it because your rational mind is going to, well, try to find an explanation for it. And you may not really find one because you just met this person or you don't really know them even like that much. But your heart is going to do its own thing. And well, it's very difficult to control the heart. You know, the heart does what it does. And I truly feel like, my dear pile 3, this is love. And it's gonna influence the dating phase tremendously because you guys, you will. Honestly, I feel like the dating phase, it's not even gonna be that long because from the time you guys will meet each other, of course, if you haven't met each other yet, till the time you will be a couple, it will be a pretty fast process or like journey. And yeah, the dating phase is not really that long, I would say. Now, still certain messages regarding it. The first thing I would like to say is I truly feel like you guys will, like, your connection is the highest priority here. You guys may talk a lot about the kind of feelings you have for each other. You know, you may even try to explain to the other person how I'm even hearing soulmate and twin flame. So okay, I think this is the first pile that got this energy today. So, my dear, we're having something very significant here. And by the way, this can even go hand in hand with like this recognizing each other. You may already feel the spiritual connection with each other without even understanding it. And you may recognize the other person for who they are to you, a soulmate or a twin flame. And it's going to be very intense. And I feel like in the dating phase, you guys will speak about that a lot. And you will understand it more and more. You will understand that this connection feels very divinely guided, and it feels much more significant than just, a normal relationship. And I really feel like, my dear pile 3, maybe this is also why I got the message that it seems like the feelings are going to develop really quickly. With spiritual connections, there is always a connection. Even though we meet each other for the very first time in the 3D, in the physical reality in this lifetime, we may already know each other. And this is something very similar happening here with your future spouse and you. You may meet each other for the first time, but your souls are actually already connected and they already know each other. And this is where this recognition is coming from. And when it comes to the dating phase, this fact is going to be such an important thing throughout the whole dating, that you guys already feel like you know each other. You already feel like you have always been together. And this is where this I would say natural transformation is gonna happen from being like strangers to a couple. It's not gonna take a lot, like, it's not gonna take a long time. And regarding the dating phase, I feel like it's a very fun one. You and this person, you will truly, first of all, enjoy each other's companies. And this is the kind of relationship that doesn't mean, like, you guys don't need big events or big experiences to enjoy each other's company. Even just sitting around somewhere having a deep conversation already feels like the best date ever, because it's about who you're having this date with, and you're gonna recognize a soulmate in the other person, and you truly gonna see the time you spend with the other so precious. And yeah, this is very, very intense, my dear pal 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, let me see. I feel like this person, they may confess their love first to you. I mean, it will be pretty obvious to you guys, anyways, but they may actually do the first step, or they may want, they may ask you to make it official, or maybe even the one asking you out. But it seems like, they're very kind of like active in the action area, like they're doing the first step. Um, Another thing I find very, very interesting regarding this energy is that you guys manifested each other. You manifested this person, they manifested you. And it could be the case that this will be something you guys will realize very quickly, and you may even have conversations about it. I truly feel like, my dear pal 3, your dating phase, the dating, I mean, of course, conversations are like the big part of dating, right? I mean, you want to get to know the other person, you want to understand them and all that. I mean, it is a part of dating in general. But with you guys, mm, it's not just about getting to know each other, but it's truly about this exchange that your guys' souls need. Sometimes we meet someone, and even if it's just for the first time, we may feel like we know them for years, and having conversations with them is not tiring. We may talk to them for hours and hours, and it may even recharge us. And this is the kind of thing I see here. I feel like there is a lot of talking, a lot of deep talk between you guys, and also pretty early on. So it could even be the case that in the first meeting with your future spouse, you're actually gonna end up talking about different things that you normally don't talk with a person that you just met. But it seems like you and your future spouse, you have your own rules. You have You do it differently, you do it your own way, is what I'm hearing. Things that you may have never done this way with other people, with your future spouse, it's something different because your connection, I'm hearing, is something different. Wow. This is, wow, this is very sweet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely a very divinely guided kind of energy. Yeah, this person will give you an offer of love pretty fast. And also very romantic energy, I would say. But when you're gonna spend time with this person, you will have a lot of different things happening too that you may associate with like your spiritual journey, such as maybe um, synchronicities, or maybe when you talk about this person, you will end up talking about a lot of spiritual stuff or things that are very dear to your heart. Spirituality will influence this connection, it will influence you guys and each other. Yeah, it's definitely very deeply connected. I mean, it makes sense because this is a spiritual connection, right? So it will influence that area of your life as well. Okay, this was very intense. And I feel like we got a lot of insights about the relationship, more so than the dating phase, if you understand what I mean. But let's go to the next category, which is actually the last one before the candle wax reading. And it's all about what will others think of your union, of your relationship. A very interesting question that actually came to me in a meditation. So I feel like for someone, maybe this is very important and you asked for it. So let's see, my dear. For my beautiful pile, 3. What will others think of your union, of your relationship? Let's see, let's see. What do you need to know? All right, the first card we have is the Queen of Swords. My goodness. We have the Two of Wands and we have the Ace of Swords here. The Six of Cups. The Seven of Swords. The Hierophant, and let's get you guys one last card. All right, and the Justice card. At the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. All right, my dear. So what will other people think of your guys' union, of this relationship? Okay, there are a lot of different things we need to look into. First of all, I would like to say that people will recognize you guys as soulmates. This is the first thing. Like, it's not just you guys, people will also feel like you are, I'm hearing, meant for each other. Like, this is the right partner for you. And yes, indeed, for those people around you who also believe in spiritual connections, they may actually also tell you as a confirmation that they feel the same thing. You know, they also see the spiritual connection that you guys are radiating. So this is very interesting that this is the first message I am receiving here. And another thing I would like to say is that people, okay, this is a very interesting message because this message came out in every single pile today, and I already said this in pile 2. I truly feel like this is something, collectively speaking, people are doing, which makes a lot of sense, and it's all about protecting your energy, because I feel like people will see also that you guys are pretty protective of each other and of course of your relationship, and you're not joking around with that. because not everyone has the best intentions towards you guys, towards your relationship, and you just want to keep those people at a arm length or even wider away from you, right? As far as possible. And people will see that you guys are, well, you're ready to defend or to protect yourself. Um, when we treasure something, when something is precious to us, we take very good care of it and we protect it. And this is exactly what people see. There is no doubt about the fact that you guys care deeply for each other, and this protection is also an expression for that. You are not joking around with this. Another thing, my dear pal 3, people, they see the positive influence you guys have on each other, and for some reason, I feel like both of you guys, you will laugh or smile much more when you are in this connection. Okay, maybe one of you guys, like maybe your humor is very similar. One of you guys loves to make the other person laugh, okay? But it just seems like an expression of high vibration. People will see that this union, this relationship has made you more high vibrational. And this is like the positive impact I'm talking about here. It is, yeah, it's very incredible. It's also very contagious. It seems like when you are around other people, you also share these great vibes with others, and others love that. Let's see what else. Okay, what I'm also hearing is people think that you're being treated fairly in this connection. Now, this could be connected very specifically to someone. Maybe a loved ones of yours at one point felt like someone you were involved with in the past wasn't treating you the way you deserve to be treated. And when it comes to this person, they definitely feel like this person I'm hearing is treating you in a very good way, exactly the way you should be treated. And that's something that makes this person very happy. So, whoever is gonna think that, I feel like it's a loved one of yours. And they're gonna be very happy seeing how your future spouse and you, yeah, how you guys are together, your dynamic, how you treat the other person, and of course, how they treat you in specific, like specifically here. Okay, this is interesting. I'm hearing what others will think of your union or your relationship is also that it has made you more free. You will feel more free in some way. This is very interesting. Maybe more free to be yourself, to express your authentic self, or do the things that are important to you. But freedom, they see in you a kind of freedom that maybe you haven't felt in a very long time, and this relationship has brought it out or maybe has encouraged it in you. Wow. Yeah, this is incredible. This is a very high vibrational love, my dear. And people, honestly, most importantly, what they will think of your union is love. They will see the love you have for each other. It's, yeah, it's undeniable. Firstly, there is love between you guys, and everything is second. And this relationship is truly built on love, and it shares love and it receives love. It is, wow, it is very, yeah, this is a spiritual connection because there is an element of also unconditional love to it, which is something very, very big because unconditional love is very different from the other type of love we as human beings talk about. Unconditional love is something um, very rare, very rare. All right, so my dear pile 3, now I would like to move on to the candle wax reading. For that, I have to get your bowl and your candle, so I will be right back. Hey pal 3, welcome back. Now let's see what messages we have for you in your candle wax reading. As I already said, my dear, in the introduction, I want to keep this space open, so any message regarding you, your future spouse, your relationship, whatever it may be, is definitely more than welcomed. Now, as you can see, I have your bowl and I also have your candle, so let's start. All right, for my beautiful pile 3. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what messages we have for you regarding the question, who will you marry, who your future spouse is, what you need to know about them or about you guys. Yeah, you guys, I'm getting a confirmation. This is definitely a spiritual connection, and it doesn't surprise me at all that we're getting this message in the candle wax reading as well, because I mean, the energies are really guiding this, and I already felt like this connection that you and your future spouse have is also very guided. So, honestly, don't think about it, like, don't stress about it too much. You are being guided. There is definitely some divine orchestration here, so have trust in it, have trust in the journey. You're being supported, you know, and I'm hearing the right souls will meet each other. That's sweet. But yeah, it seems like there is a lot of support also coming from your spirit team, you know, from your spirit guides. I'm hearing they're here. We are here. And I'm hearing you can count on us. Okay. Another thing, my dear pal 3, I don't think this message has come for you guys today. This is a new message. Another thing I would like to mention here is that it seems like you and your future spouse, you could have some differences between you guys. These differences could be in like the physical appearance, or maybe your upbringing, literally maybe even where you guys are from. I mean, there are a lot of different ways in which people can be different from each other, right? It can be on an internal level, or of course externally as well, or regarding circumstances and all. I feel like you and your future spouse, you are different and your energies are also different, but they work out so beautifully. It's kind of like what you're bringing into this relationship is very complementing to what your future spouse's energy is, you know? It's like two different energies are coming together and they're playfully um, connected and very compatible. This is very sweet, you guys. Like, I wish sometimes the way the energies are coming through, I wish you guys could kind of also see it or feel it, because this is a very fun one, and I would say it's very innocent, you know? It's a very innocent kind of playful energy. This reminds me of the unconditional love that I already talked about. Indeed, my dear, this truly feels like a connection that has a very unconditional and innocent side to it. And I truly feel like this is like the spiritual aspect of it. Your higher selves, you know? Your higher selves share so much unconditional love for each other. And your earthy self will also feel it. For some of you guys, you may even already feel it, whether you have met this person or not, but this is honestly such a strong message, like such a strong connection, that I do feel like it's something that you could already be aware of. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I'm hearing keep focusing on yourself. Keep focusing on yourself, keep doing what you do, and everything else will fall together. Oh, excuse me, come together. What is the saying? Everything else will come together, right? I hope I'm using this the correct way. Basically, what I mean is you do your own thing, and everything else will work out for you. So there is an emphasis on that. I feel like at this time in your life, it is very important for you to focus on your goals, focus on your own journey. For those of you guys who are on a healing journey or on a self-love journey, focus on that as well. And the right people will enter your life. It's not something you need to stress about or something you need to worry about or think about too much. Let it go. Put your energy into yourself, because that's where it is. I'm hearing the best invested. And those who are a match to you will find you. And I feel like it's not only about your future spouse, but it's generally speaking, also about other connections, you know, whether it's like friends or even pile 3. I feel like you have a lot of soulmates in your energy. And when I say soulmates, it's not just about like romantic ones, we also can have platonic ones, right? And it seems like you're meant to come across or meet a lot of different soulmates in your life. And the more you focus on nurturing yourself, the higher your vibration will go. And with a high vibration, you will find those matches, those high vibrational spiritual connections, okay? Honestly, I truly feel like this is probably the most intense reading today, because your energy, your future spouse's energy, you guys' connection, it has its own intensity, and it's definitely a force, you know, it's very powerful. I truly feel like, my dear, the relationship that you have with your future spouse, on many different ways, it definitely is very, very powerful for both of you guys, but also for other people. Because sometimes the good energy we have or we're sharing, it not only reaches our partner, but it can also reach other people. And I feel like this connection, it will reach other people's hearts as well. This could be also connected to someone's purpose, but of course, take it how it resonates. But very often, especially in like spiritual unions, also such as like twin flame journeys, there is maybe even a purpose as for why you chose to find each other in this lifetime, because maybe there is a purpose that you guys want to do together. So this could be also connected to this energy, okay? But this is really all up for you to discover, or maybe for some of you guys, you already know. But yeah, I would say have, like, enjoy it, you know, have fun discovering it. It's all about keeping your lightness alive, because sometimes certain things can become heavy really, really quickly. But this is a, yeah, this is all about keeping it light and fun, you know, light-hearted, I would say. All right, so my dear pal 3, this was a long one, but this is all I have for you guys for today. Now, if you would like to claim this energy for yourself, let's go with a red heart emoji. Drop a heart emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3. Take care, my dear.